Lovely day.
Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day.
Lovely day.
Welcome to Soft Launch.
Everybody back with another amazing episode. I'm JC Mendoza.
I am Samantha Santos.
And I changed my jerseys because the Knicks got blown out on Saturday. And I'm not over it yet. And I need to change the juju's up.
You understand?
So I had to bring back the Brunson.
It was your fault.
It was my fault. Truly, you know what? Against my better judgment, I freaking hung out with people.
Yeah.
I went outside into the world and I did a human thing. But the Knicks demand sacrifice.
Yeah.
I have to be here. I have to be watching him.
I just went to God. I said, you son of a bitch.
I said,
because I've been talking to JC about trying to, I'm like, let's go out and watch the game. And he can't. And I'm like, watch us go out and the Knicks are going to lose. And now he's never going to do it again.
Yeah. Well,
and then God just said, and there it is.
Yeah. God, one thing about God, he's ingrained in me. In a fucking know-how. The kid puts the knowledge in me and I just communicate it out and then you're the only one because you're the fucking devil over here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about that. I'm telling you, I learned from God.
One thing about God is he's a Celtics fan and the Pope is a Knicks fan.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't think God was a Celtics fan.
Yeah, well, I think
Makes you say that
because he made them win when I wanted to go out and I prayed to him and I said to him, I said, I want to go out a little more. Yeah. I want to have a night on the town.
Yeah.
Make sure the Knicks win. And he said, fuck you, Jason Tatum forever.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
what he said.
Well, you know, we do
He
have
said, go
the Pope.
talk to my fucking son about that.
Yeah, we do have the Pope in the building. The Pope is from Chicago, but he's a Villanova kid.
Yeah.
So he's just a Nova Knick. It's what it is. The Pope made the Knicks lose because he wants to throw people off the set. Because if he gave them a victory right away, they would have known it was something was in cahoots.
Yeah.
Some collusion was afoot.
Yeah.
And he can't have that. He's a holy guy. He's above everything. He can't be seen shorting with that type of business.
Yeah. God doesn't want anyone to know that he's just playing bets on his own. He knows who's gonna win because he's God.
He's got his guy down there. God's up there gambling. He's like, I got a guy down on our. He's pulling tricks for me. How do you know they're gonna win the game? I got somebody. He's gonna give a good no. He gave a good tip. he knows what it's gonna be. So it's what it is. The Knicks lost, but game 4 tonight. And if you're listening to this, hopefully this cheery disposition that I have remains, and we will win game 4 and go up 3-1. But it's just what it is. We're here, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Happy to be here. We're gonna get started on this episode with our first segment, One Thing About We. The same way we start every episode, but sometimes Samantha just forgets after she gets high. What it is. Gets a little high, but
just watching it, I was like, well, you're doing a great job. Bitch, you're doing a good job.
You just watch it, you're like, oh man, we look great today. Yeah. What camera angle is this?
I'm just listening to the pod.
You just listen to the pod. It's what it is, just like you folks at home. Thank you for tuning in. One thing about we, what do you got this week, baby?
One thing about me is I just had a regular week. Nothing major happened for me. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just trying to be positive because I hate my hair.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Not the color. I love the color. My hair is just super dry.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's going to be fine. I'm going to put deep conditioner and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I lost my curl pattern. I'm just trying to be a positive.
You didn't lose your curl pattern.
Girl.
It's just in a different place right now. It's a journey. It's all about the journey. Nothing stays the same.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
You should know that.
Shut the fuck up and let me be negative. Okay?
Yeah.
Who gave you the right to put me in a good mood?
Yeah, now you guys are getting a real view of what it's like behind the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, Samantha's, if she's feeling a little negativo, it's just how she wants to be feeling, and you're just going to have to let her do it.
Yeah, you got to let me do it. Yeah.
But God forbid I'm in a funk.
Yeah, and also...
Then it's like, oh, what about all the things you have to be grateful for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all that bullshit.
And also, I know this is a one thing about me segment, but I'm just going to tell you one thing about JC, and he wants to make the narrative that I'm the worst person, and I'm the most easygoing person. He loves to be like, and then God forbid, you have more breakdowns than me. That's what it is.
That's not true. We go breakdown for breakdown. We take turns. We're like fucking Jay-Z and Kanye and Watch the Throne. We go back and forth.
Yeah. On a total for a year, who do you think has more bad days?
More bad days?
Mine are more extreme when I have them.
I have more bad days, but your bad days are way worse. And I think that's fair to say. Yeah. My bad days feel like, oh man, old buddy over here is in a stinky mood, and your bad days are like, well, we're all gonna die and everything's miserable, and what's the point of any of this? Yeah, it's just that's just true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. But anyway, that was one thing about you is you want to have this narrative about me.
It's a fun narrative to have.
Yeah.
It's when if I
this
could,
one over here with her anxiety, it doesn't fucking exist.
if I could just be the victim all the time,
you would love that.
It would be a good life.
Yeah.
Be a good life to live. Like, I'd want to go, but this fucking boy, I don't feel good today. My hair doesn't look good. Always something with this guy. Tell him to look in the mirror and say, you gotta love who you see. You gotta love what you see.
You think a guy like me would be with an ugly broad?
I mean, that's funny, but it's also true. I do feel personally disrespected when you're having your insecure days because I'm like, oh, you don't think my talent vision is good? You think I'm out here picking bozos? No.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be doing that.
No.
Not doing that.
Yeah. How do you feel now that you have to walk around with me and I look like I was electrocuted in my hair?
What?
Because my hair's so fried.
No, that's not true. Honestly, people always tell me I look like the guy from Home Alone who actually gets electrocuted. So number one, I don't think that's a bad thing, and number two, that's not what you look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking look electrocuted, and that's what I said, and you're gonna fucking agree.
Yeah, it's just
I've never looked worse.
Yeah. When Samantha's in this place, it's a tough place for me to be because you can't disagree with her. That's rule number one in the relationship. You don't disagree with Samantha.
Disagree with me.
And number two,
you don't agree with me.
You don't agree. Oh, so you agree. Samantha, when she's communicating that she doesn't like something about how she looks, I look like shit today. God forbid I say, I think I look like shit too. She's like, oh, so you think I look like shit? I'm like, do you want to feel connected or do you want me to uplift you? When you try to
relate to me, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's not about you, baby girl. It's about me. Yeah. And tell me I look good so I can tell you that you're fucking lying. You know the script. You understand. You know the script.
You've seen this movie. Yeah. We're in season 4 and it's no different than the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So when you're feeling a little insecure, you want me to uplift you, but you want to fight it.
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
Let's have a fight.
No, does that make you feel better?
No. But I'm feeling a bad way, but I don't want you to if you a part of me is like, I feel this way and it's probably a lie, but whatever. But if you agree, then I'm like, wait a minute, do I have something to really be upset about?
Right. But do you realize that you fight me on it? Like you make me prove it to you that
absolutely.
You look good. Yeah.
And you better answer me every fucking time that I stutter. And that's just what it is to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to watch I have to watch you crumble over a couple of dudes that you don't know playing a little bit of a game. Yeah. So you got to deal with me having a little bit of anxiety about the way that I look, and you just got to tell me that I look good, even when I tell you I look ugly, and then you can't agree. And it's that simple. I mean, is it that hard?
No, I guess not when you put it like that, because you kind of just draw the whole play out. But I don't know. I feel like you're harder to argue with than you realize, because like I'll uplift you, but you really push back on it.
Oh yeah,
like on your positive reinforcement, you really don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's what I have to do, but like you really don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't have me agreeing with you, but you also don't want me.
Have that.
You also don't want me going against you, because it's like, am I even on your team?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Just be a punching bag.
Yeah.
Let me smack you around a little bit.
Smack you around a couple times.
Yeah.
Let me say some mean things.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you look great though.
Yeah. And that's just what it is.
Yeah,
you know what a bitch like me needs validation.
Mm-hmm,
but I'm gonna do everything to reject it.
Yeah. That's crazy though.
Yeah.
And but that is what it is.
You think I'm crazy?
You are crazy.
That's not crazy.
That's not normal. It's not normal to need validation and reject it. It's like being fucking thirsty in a desert, needing to drink water, but being like, I don't like Dasani.
Yeah. I don't.
I know you don't.
I was like, what's the problem, Dad?
I don't like that. Yeah. And my compliments. My validation when you're feeling insecure is Dasani. You want to hear it from women in the street. No. You don't even want me to tell you nice things. You don't care what I say. Yeah.
Gay men.
Gays and
the
girlies.
Gays. Yeah. Because you know the gay's not lying. The girl might actually be lying.
Yeah.
The gay's not going to go out of his way to tell you look nice.
No?
If you don't look nice.
Yeah, because I mean, what? He's got no stakes in this.
Yeah. No, he's just like, bitch, it just feels more genuine.
Yeah. So everybody at home who thinks that like, I'm a fruity guy and I don't stand up Samantha, I walk around a little gay at all times just in case she gets in a bad mood. Then I hike my pants up and I tell her that she looks good. You looking nice, baby.
Okay, bitch.
Yes.
Okay, shoes.
Okay. Yes, that's true. That's the difference between. That is the difference between, I feel like, men and women generally, or gays and girlies. The way that they make you feel better when you're having a bad day. Guys, when you're having a bad day, your guy friends, they want your day to be worse. because it's funny, which it is.
Yeah.
But you gays and girlies are good people, so they'll try to uplift you.
Yeah,
but they don't want to put in too much effort because they have a lot on their own plate. So instead of giving you like a real compliment, like, oh my God, you look so good, they'll be like, okay, boots.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, shoes.
Okay, brows. And it could be the more obscure.
Come through lip.
Yeah, exactly. The more obscure the thing they're pointing out, the better you're going to ultimately, oh, damn, nail beds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the girlies and the gays turn your day around.
Yeah. Truly.
We're guys, when we're feeling like shit and we like talk to our friends about it, they're just going to repeat the thing that we're feeling insecure about in a condescending tone.
Yeah.
This motherfucker got laid off. Bro's dad is dead.
You understand?
Yeah, that's how we go.
Yeah. That's hysterical.
Yeah, that was a little for the. I should have saved that for the premise party, but we're letting people in early. You know, it's a day party.
Yeah.
It's a day premise party, and Samantha's gonna bring some more later. But that's your one. Your one thing is really you don't like the way that you look today, and I guarantee it.
And I guarantee it.
No.
Yeah. We're gonna have a bad night tonight, and I guarantee it.
That's funny. That's true. That is how when you're not in a good mood, you turn into a Men's Warehouse commercial. Because you're just guaranteeing it, and you're not. It's not a spoiler. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Or it's the Olive Garden. It's like when you're here, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. When I'm upset, everybody's the problem.
Yeah.
It's just true. That's what it is. It's who you are sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And that's just me. I'm just trying to be a positive gal.
Yeah, and that's not on growth. That's not on growth. That's on regression.
Exactly. My therapist used to say it's okay. You take a couple steps forward and then just one step back.
Yeah, that's on moonwalking. That's on looking like you're making.
Yeah.
That's on looking like you're making progress, but going backwards. Actually, that's on Thriller. That's on Billie Jean.
Yeah. That's on running down an up escalator.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's on what I used to do in the mall because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Or trying to going down the up to down.
Yeah. Oh, did you go to that was the thing for you because you grew up in the suburbs. Like,
the mall.
Go to the mall.
That was our thing. You go
Tell
to the mall.
me all about it.
We go to the mall and we try to holla at girls in the food court.
Wow, what I would have given to be hit on in like a food court.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Because you
give me a scenario. It's like a coming of age movie, and it's like where are we gonna go? You know what I mean?
We're going to
7 minutes in heaven.
Yeah, we're going to the food court, and you're from New York City, so you got called on the street.
Yeah, by grown men.
Yeah,
please.
by grown men. But you think that's bad? Go down to Green Acres Mall. Mm-hmm. Stand outside of Sarku Japan to see if I don't tell you your ass is fat. Damn, ma.
Yeah.
See if I don't holla at you outside of Charlie's.
Yeah, you go get this sample, and I'm gonna hit on you.
Yeah. You're gonna get a sample.
You're gonna get this teriyaki chicken sample.
Yeah. You're gonna get a teriyaki chicken. You're gonna get something. I'm gonna say something terrible to you. It's gonna. Yeah. That's where because we didn't. The suburbs are a little bit different than the city, so we didn't go and holla at girls in the street, but we hollered at them in the food court, and that's where we learned if they reject you, you curse them out.
You did that
from far. It'd be funny.
You did. You're ugly anyway.
Dang, ain't nobody want to talk to you anyway with your ugly ass. Yeah, that's where you learn how to do that.
You did that?
Of course, you gotta learn.
I can't even picture. Or you were just trying to impress everybody?
I was trying to learn. That's how you do it. That's what you do.
What do you mean? Learn what?
How to talk to women.
By cursing?
I'm not saying it's right, but that's what we learn. You disrespect them if they don't go along.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't do it anymore, but that's what I learned.
That's crazy.
Hey, you ugly anyway. Nobody want to talk to you because that's like it's almost you'd rather get rejected because that was more fun.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad, but it's.
I don't think that's every guy's experience.
No, but I feel like it's more guys' experience. I feel like that's not an unnormal thing for kids to have grown up learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, how old are we talking? Are you like 18?
No, 18? That's crazy. This is before I had like sentience.
When you're 12, like a kid
13.
and you're okay. I'm thinking
this
you're
is like middle school. No, as a man?
Yeah.
No, people were actually getting cheeks then. You can't get cheeks doing that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like...
You didn't meet anybody that way. Hollering them at the... like trying to pick them up at the mall.
Yeah.
You don't actually bag anybody.
You were a
like
boy.
That. Yeah, I was a boy. At no point was that this yielding success. We weren't trying to actually talk to these girls. We were just trying to get their attention so they leave and then we make fun of them.
Oh.
It's not like that was the goal was for them to, but we didn't care about that.
That's crazy also. But I mean, I didn't know you were a boy. I thought you were saying this like you were in your 20s.
As a man? No, dude, I feel like I know how to speak to women in a respectful way.
Well, yes, but you were saying a completely different thing.
Yeah, I was taught as a youth.
As a youth.
Yeah, like middle school.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like when you because 7th grade, that's when everybody like, That's when we go to middle school. We try to get girlfriends and stuff like that. So like before you actually know how it works, you gotta yell at girls and make fun of them.
Well, I don't think you have to.
You don't have to, but that's,
But that was your journey. Yeah. Okay. I wanted you to romanticize being at the mall. And you ruined it for me.
That is the mall. You go to the food court, try to holler at some people, get rejected a bunch of times, yell some mean things, and then go downstairs, get a Cinnabon.
So maybe I was just romanticizing being in a white suburb.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it was happening there.
Yeah, Green Acres, no joke.
Yeah, you were just getting date raped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where does that come from?
White people? White men?
Oh, yeah, white people do. I'm like, well, we didn't have access to Roofalin.
I'm saying you go to a black mall in a black neighborhood and you get catcalled. But you go to a white place and I'm like, I just want to go get date raped.
Yeah, you're going to get some Roofalin outside of Johnny Rockets because we don't have that in our mall. That's only at Roosevelt Field. You guys go to Johnny Rockets.
The good malls have that. Yeah. Or a Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And they'll be like by the movie theater.
Oh, yeah, big time. Green Acres was where people from Jamaica, Queens went to be fancy.
Yeah.
So like our mall was the fancy mall for the hood, and then our people from my town went to Roosevelt Field when we wanted to be fancy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we did. Just the truth. That's how it is.
That's crazy. But anyway, that's very funny. Yeah. But yeah, that's my one thing.
Yep. One thing about me is that I recently learned that so on our block a lot of cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
I learned that cherry blossoms are beautiful.
Yeah.
Never really paid attention to them before. I was living in this apartment for like 8 years.
Yeah.
On my own. But it's hard to smell the flowers when you're depressed.
Yeah.
And that's just where I was at.
Yeah.
That's before I met Samantha, we were connected through depression. And I was living in this beautiful neighborhood, but I never really noticed how beautiful it was.
Yeah, because you had your head down, you had to put your head up.
Yeah, I had to put my head up. I had my head, it had my head not in the clouds, in the fucking mud. I had my head in the mud. Didn't know what was going on. But mad cherry blossoms.
There's so many cherry blossoms on our block, like huge.
Like people would come here. I wouldn't be surprised if people came here to see them.
Yeah, no. Well, that's nuts.
Yeah?
No. Yeah, I mean, there's
so many cherry blossoms.
There's like 3 on our block. There's probably like
how
5
many are fucking on your block? Where you're from?
There's like 5 on our block.
Yeah, so people from where you're from would come to my block, just like we would go to Roosevelt Field Mall. They come to the store, you see the cherry blossoms. You shut your fucking mouth. You don't know that
yeah.
So we got cherry blossoms, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm so glad we live in this place. And then they blossom, and then they fall off the tree, and I'm like, I can't wait till they grow back to see them again. And Samantha's like, yeah, next year. I was like, what do you mean next year? I just learned that cherry blossoms only bloom once a year.
They bloom once a year for only like a couple of weeks.
And I'm hearing that. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. I hate that.
Who designed this?
That's such
a terrible design.
It's such a stupid thing. It's such a beautiful. Why the fuck wouldn't you have that? Why would you grow any other way?
Yeah.
If you can grow cherry blossoms.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't.
Because like they're so like for 3 weeks randomly out of 52, they're beautiful pink cherry blossoms, and then they're just trees.
Yeah, and that's what they are now. The whole block. It's like it was overnight.
That's so fucking dumb, though. I truly like. I know I'm making a joke, but I don't understand why that's the case.
I don't know either. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Yeah, I don't get that.
That's dumb as hell. What the? Make a tree that's a cherry blossom all the time. Plant that.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I really don't get it. It really
feels like the powers that be want us to be depressed.
Yeah,
you get just a little bit of.
I really don't understand. I don't understand why. Why do they also call it cherry blossoms? Because they're pink. Aren't cherries red?
That I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just I don't know what that is. I just know that they're from Japan, and that's what they. I guess that's what it translates to.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Sakura.
What's that?
That's. I'm pretty sure that's cherry blossom in Japanese.
Oh.
And I know that because there was a character.
I thought you were just being racist.
No.
I was like, what are you doing?
No, you thought I was saying Sakura Japan. No, that's Sakura Japan. Yeah, that's what you thought I was saying.
That's what I thought you were saying.
Which wouldn't be racist. That is Japanese food, and it is delicious. No, Sakura, I'm pretty sure is. We'd have to ask Gabby, who's been to Japan, and it was her personality for a little bit. So
yeah.
We'd have to ask her. She would know. I thought a character was named in Naruto was named Sakura, and she had pink hair.
Okay.
And I think it means cherry blossoms.
Okay. I have no idea why they're called that, but yeah.
Yeah, they should be called fucking stupid because they only fucking blossom once.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. I really don't understand
why. Who else does that?
I actually don't know how long like flower plants last.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, this fucking peace lily is a war lily. It hasn't grown a fucking flower in years.
I know, and it's getting all this sun. I don't get it. Yeah. I gotta probably repot it.
It's a stupid fucking flower. That shit pisses me off.
Well, that also dies in a couple weeks too.
Because that flower we would have one all the time, but it would regrow, and now it doesn't. It couldn't fucking be bothered.
Yeah,
I don't like that. So that's something that I learned. One thing about me, I learned that cherry blossoms bloom once a year, and I really, I'm upset about it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if just all flowers do that.
Yeah,
and we're just shocked because we only because we're just a couple kids that don't know about flowers.
Yeah, we don't know about agriculture.
I'm sure like a rose bush lasts.
I feel like I see fucking plants all the time on the trees that they grow from.
Flowers are different. Flowers are not like leaves. No? Flowers are different. Like when a plant, like not every plant flowers.
So how?
But every flower plant.
My shit is, but every time I go to a grocery store, there's dumb flowers. There's mad flowers. So like, those are replenishing. But the cherry blossoms just once.
But I'm saying like, I don't think I think they go through their life cycle like pretty quickly, like a rose does.
I don't. Well, yeah, but then they grow another one.
I don't know that.
Then why are there always roses?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. Because
I'm sure they're produced in an ideal like in a greenhouse that doesn't or like in a place that like they make it ideal to grow roses.
Right. So what I'm saying is they need to do that with cherry blossoms and make these fucking ideal trees. They should be cherries all the time. As long as they're leaves, they should be cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, and I don't like that it's not that way. And that's just one thing about me this week.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Just how it had to be.
It's what it is. Also, one thing about the world this week, it was Mother's Day, man. Shout out to all the beautiful mothers out there. Shout out to my mom. I saw my mom and grandma this weekend.
Bitch, I'm a mother.
Yeah. So my mom, my grandma, and my sister, all mothers.
All mothers.
Yeah, we was hanging out. Shout out to the women in my family, the beautiful matriarchs of the line.
Yeah. I was with my mom.
Yeah.
My mom, I made plans to do brunch, and then she just showed up late.
Yeah.
And then she comes and she's like, this fucking guy talking my ear off about the board. I told him my husband's not on the board anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great. I love that you made me wait here for that.
Yeah.
But
she just got caught in a side conversation on her way.
So I texted her when I got off. She's like, I'm putting my shoes on. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I stopped, got flowers, went to the place, got there, got a seat, text my mom. She goes, I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'm like, bitch, you said that 8 minutes ago. Yeah. And then after that, it was supposed to be 5 minutes and it was like 15.
Just got caught in a conversation.
Just was leaving. She's like, I saw Bert.
Yeah.
And he's fucking
And that's how you know your mother is your mother, because if you're late, it's for the same reason.
Yeah.
Just caught up yapping with somebody. I was at New York Comedy Club with Samantha last week on the Upper West Side. I called an Uber outside and she's just like, see you guys later. Oh, where are you guys going back to? And then like she's just starting new conversations on the way.
Yeah. One thing about me, I'm an introvert, but if I'm around people, I'm social.
Yeah, you're an introvert until the mood strikes.
I know, like
if you're in the mood, you're gonna fucking let some words off.
Yeah. Once I'm just I feel like I love being around like I don't know, I don't want to call it a class, but whatever, of comedians, because I'm like, peers. We're all not comics that are way ahead of me.
Yeah, we're doing the same thing. We're in a similar place.
Yeah, so it's like fun to be around, and I like to. One
thing about Samantha, and this is, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but this used to be my least favorite thing about my dad specifically. Shout out to my dad. You're going to be the type of parent who the thing is over, everybody's going, and you're going to make your kid wait either in the car or right by you while you have conversations with grown people and your kid has nothing to do. My dad used to do that, like at soccer games, and I'd be like, Dad, we've been here for an hour, and he's just fucking talking. And you're going to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And one thing about me, I was in the conversation. I just be listening to them, be like, bitch, you got to really listen to those things.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't.
That maybe in your conversations, my dad was fucking talking about stuff that I didn't care about.
Yeah.
My dad was having in-depth conversations about the Long Island U12 girls soccer scene.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And he'll go off about it. He used to do a podcast about it.
Yeah.
Called Nothing But Net.
Your dad?
Yeah, he'd go out to fucking the bumblefuck Long Island and record with another guy about fucking girls soccer in Long Island. It's just what he did. And one thing about me, I fucking run right towards what I've been running for my whole life. You don't fucking shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but the difference between me and you is that my mom's not going to talk about soccer. She's going to be there at the game.
Yeah.
But she's going to be talking about other things. Let me tell you about this bitch over here.
Yeah.
The mother, the girl in the Reds?
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yeah, you don't like her.
Yeah. So I'm as a kid and I'm like, yeah, fuck her.
Yeah. Yeah. That was I used to remember my dad like.
Then I would start beef with their daughter. You know what I mean?
Really?
Not start beef, but I'd be like, yeah, I don't like. I wouldn't say anything, but I'd be like, yeah, I don't really like her.
That's funny. Yeah. My dad had full beef with people, like with girls that Gabby played soccer with. 100% grown man beefing with beefing yo, I don't fuck with her.
Oh.
A 15-year-old.
Well, to you guys behind the kid's back.
Yeah, not to the kid's face.
Oh. Absolutely. So did my mom.
Yeah.
My mom would be like, let me tell you something. Your little friend, whatever.
Yeah.
She's a little bitch. That's literally what my mom would say. You understand? She comes into my house. She barely says hello to me. She keeps her shoes on, puts her shoes on my fucking coffee table.
Yeah.
I don't even put my fucking shoes on my own.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were wearing Bustelo.
Yeah. My mom just did not play. Yeah. Oh, please, all the time. I told you I don't like that little bitch.
Yeah. It's got to be tough to be a parent and be right about those things.
Oh yeah, because make no mistake,
because you can't just like the society makes you feel like you're not supposed to just say it, but like it is true.
Oh, but yeah, my mom was doing this my whole life. There was like a kid in my class in first grade.
Yeah.
That her mom like let her dye her hair in first grade. And she's like, yeah, and then she'll be fast.
That's going to be the tough part for me as a parent is to not talk shit about children to my children.
Yeah. But here's the thing is, I mean, is it that my mom was right or did just enough time pass that like
everybody, she would have been right at some point.
At some point about anybody, but like the person.
Broken clock is right twice a day, your mom on Mother's Day week. She was fucking hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah, because there were the girl that she really didn't like
yeah.
my friend that she really didn't like.
Yeah.
When we were like in college, she ended up hanging out with my high school boyfriend and making out with him.
Oh, yeah. Your mother was right.
Yeah, she was right.
She was right. I mean, you know how they could probably write a book all the times they're right and we're not right. Yeah. My mom liked to have opinions, but my mom's favorite thing to do was pick which one of my friends were gay, and just none of them. But she would always, this one's a little, and I'm like, Mom, I don't think so.
That's hysterical.
Yeah. And one thing about me, I'm that friend for Victor. Shout out to Victor. I'm that friend for his mom. His mom to this day thinks you're a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
No, my mom just dad. One thing what my mom's gonna do is just dislike somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could be out at a party having a great time, and the mom's gonna be like, "You saw the girl in the pink dress? I didn't fucking like her."
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could be at a wedding.
Yeah.
It was a good time, but she didn't hold the door for me.
Yeah, that's a nasty thing to do though, no?
Yeah. No. She's never wrong.
Yeah, but she'll let you know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's very funny.
Do you ever remember not liking that as a kid?
Well,
or did you know in your spirit?
Did I ever tell you that my mom? This is a very funny story.
Go.
I think I might have told the story.
Well, let me hear it again.
But there was like this girl who was like the neighborhood like shit. She was a bad kid, and she used to go around and start beef with everybody.
Yeah. Is this hands in the pockets?
That was the same girl, but different story.
Okay.
So that girl used to like just be the worst, and she didn't care if your parents were around.
Yeah.
So like if I was like walking to Kiva with my mom and she was in the park, she'd be like, "Oh, you're ugly," and like do all these things, right? And like she'd be like walking behind us and
she's
just
talking shit to you in front of your mom.
Yeah.
Crazy move.
And like I would ignore it,
Yeah.
right? I'm talking like I'm 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 10, 11. And you have to understand that I was below height and weight all the time. So I was like I didn't grow.
You're a squeak. You're a pipsqueak.
I just like always looked at least 3 years younger than I was.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm like 10 or 11. And this girl was like, whatever. And then my mom, if we were like on the avenue where there's a lot of people, she wouldn't do it. But if we were like walking through Village View where I grew up, and that girl would be behind us, she'd like wait. My mom would like wait for us to get there. She'd turn around and grab the girl. The little girl. You fucking talk to my fucking daughter like that one more time, I'll fucking kick your ass. Yeah. You understand?
I mean, unfortunately, I do agree with you should be allowed to do that.
No, yeah.
You can't be a kid.
As an adult, I think about it. Like, I don't even have a kid, but if someone was doing that to my nieces,
100%.
I would stop short. Like, what is it called when you're a basketball player and someone's like going in towards you and you just stand there and they take a hit?
Take a charge?
Yeah, take a charge. Like, I would do something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'd stop short and give them like a fucking elbow.
Set a pick.
That's
instead of pick, you set a fucking screen on it.
Yeah. And then and then whisper to them like, listen to me, you little fucking bitch. Yeah.
It's hard. No, kids they gotta get disciplined. You should be allowed to do that.
And the gag is, this girl was like in foster care, and so, then you look back at it as an adult and you're like, oh my God, like I feel bad. She was a cry for help.
Lashing out, yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was, it's like a parent protecting their kid. My mom was like, I'm gonna fuck this kid up. And and she, make zero mistake, would have. Yeah. Like if that girl would have ever done it again, my mom would have punched her in the face.
Was she scared of your mom, that girl?
I think she like laughed about it, but then she wouldn't bother me in front of my mom anymore. But that's the same girl. I don't know if I think I might have told that story on here. Hands in my pocket.
Get your fucking hands out of your pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm just trying to help, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I would definitely do some shit like that as a parent.
Yeah, I mean, I get it now. Like at the time, I was like, I want to die. Yeah. I can't believe my mom just did that. And now I'm like, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And also, mind you, the girl that is, she was also big for her age.
Yeah.
So she was like 2 years older than me. At that age, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
She had to be already like 5'6", and I think it was like 4'11".
That's a scary proposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 5'5", but like that's so big to me at that point. Yeah. So
you got to do what you got to do. You got to protect your little cub.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah. So my mom just yoked up a kid.
Yeah. God, I hope to do. I don't hope to do the same, but I would do the same.
Yeah.
I would absolutely do the same. You'd hear about it in TMZ because we're gonna be famous by then.
Yeah, I know. And
local comedian yokes up 4-year-old.
Yeah. And if anyone's listening to this. The FBI? No, she didn't. She didn't touch a kid.
No,
but yeah,
kids are a lot, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. You think about it. As I was telling the story, I was like, "Oh, she was right."
But also, even if my kid was wrong, imagine if our kid's bullying and a parent yokes up our kid, even if they're in the wrong.
Yeah, and it's
they're gonna get dealt with, no?
Yeah, and it's similar to what I was saying. I mean, you're gonna lose either way. You know what I mean? Yeah. If your kid does it to me, I'm gonna yoke them up. But if you yoke up my kid,
if you yoke up my little fucking piece of shit,
my little sweet angel baby,
you have a fucking problem.
We're gonna have a huge problem.
Kid's an angel. Look at him.
Look at him.
Do nothing wrong.
Gorgeous. Look at those dimples.
Little Nicola.
But yeah, so just a little story about my mom.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to moms on Mother's Day. It's just what it is. They got to protect their own.
Anything crazy your mom ever did?
Shit, man. My favorite story about my mom. I don't remember her like getting active with any kids, but the story of her in Costco. That's my favorite one that I tell.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
I've never told it on our podcast. I told it on the gate. But one time I was in like 8th grade and I went maybe 7th grade and I went to go get glasses. And me and my mom, we went to Costco.
Yeah.
And I think it was actually the one in the story. It was
really?
That one or the one in Five Towns. We went to Costco though. And Costco has a whole eyeglass section, optical section where you can pick out glasses. And I'm trying to pick out different frames, and I pick up a bunch, and I don't like them, and I pick up one. I'm like, oh, these are really nice. And they're just out, like they're on the thing, and they're in one section. There's no security, nobody's there. And I pick up one of them, I'm like, ooh, Mom, I really want these. She's like, how much do they cost? And then it says the price on the lens, and it was like $500. It was like Armani glasses.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, we're not going to get those glasses. I was like, yeah, these are too expensive. I didn't even ask because I'm like, these are too expensive. I would feel crazy getting them. So then I put them down, and then we walk around, like, trying on other ones. I'm like, Mom, I kind of don't like any of these. She's like, yeah, they kind of suck. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And then we leave, and as we're in the parking lot on the way to the car, my mom, I go to my mom, I'm like, you know what? We should have just taken the glasses. Like, nobody was there. Nobody was said anything. She was like, no, stealing is bad. You can't just take what you want. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then we get into the car. We leave the parking lot. And as my mom was driving, she pulls the glasses out of her purse. And she's like, and she hands it to me. I was like, oh, my fucking God, Mom, this is crazy. She's like, listen to me. You never steal, okay? You don't steal. When you have 3 kids, then you can steal. Okay, but not until then. And I was like, yo.
Yeah. So now, this just in, we're having 3 kids.
Yeah. Just for the perks.
Yeah.
Just for the financial. We're going to claim them on our taxes, and then we're going to claim a couple other things from places that we don't deserve. But yeah, that's my favorite story that my mom ever did. She like, I was thinking it, and she did it, and she did not. She didn't stutter in her step. She walked out so calmly because she's done this before.
Yeah. This wasn't her first time. This wasn't her first rodeo.
Was not her first rodeo.
That's hysterical. Yeah. And now
look at us.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
Look at us.
I have you. What's the biggest thing you've ever stolen?
No, like hair stuff. There's nothing big I've ever stolen.
I stole headphones from the airport once.
No, you didn't. Mm-hmm. The fact that you did that in an airport is crazy. Insane.
Stole headphones from an airport once.
Like AirPods?
No.
Oh.
Not as an adult. Like I was like maybe 16, 17. And like I didn't have any, so I just took them. I put them in my pants, and I was freaking out. And I never really. I have jokes about it, but I never really stole again after that. Like big stuff.
That even though I know you're safe,
yeah,
I'm terrified for you. I can't believe you did that in an airport.
Oh, you think I'm on a list?
No, I'm just, if you would have gotten caught, it would have been like such a thing.
Maybe
they would have absolutely escorted you out, and you would have not been able to fly. It would have been a whole thing. Yeah. That's humiliating.
Oh my God, no. We should panic more about it because it happened fucking 16 years ago.
No, obviously I know, but I'm saying like, what a pair of balls.
Yeah, what pair of balls on this guy? You're just like, oh my God, that's so bad. Are you sure they didn't see you? That's what you're, are you sure they didn't see you? I'm like, yeah, I think we're good now, babe.
Yeah, I think that's not what I was saying. Yeah. You just misunderstood me.
No, you just.
Yeah, you just dedicated to misunderstanding me. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? You understand? You don't.
I don't. I couldn't have. But it is what it is. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Anything else you want to do? One thing, or you want to move on to the next segment?
We'll go to the next segment.
Move on to the next segment. We'll talk about a couple things that's happening in the world in our segment called "I So Boom." And I So Boom, new Pope.
We got a new pope.
New pope.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are your takeaways? What do you think about this guy?
I mean,
Pope Robert Provost.
And I'm proud to be an American. Or at least I know I'm free.
Except he's from Chicago, so it's more like these bitches love souls up, bro. And you don't get that reference because you don't understand Chief Keef because you're not a kid who knows hip hop.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't point Chief Keef out in a lineup. Yeah, I wouldn't know a thing.
Yeah, and you don't.
I don't.
Sorry, I thought we were having fun on this podcast.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to think of who else is from
Chicago that you know. Well, Chicago.
Well, R. Kelly. Yeah. They're at a party in Chicago.
Just talking about the Pope.
Just talking about the Pope.
Yeah. Pope's from Chicago.
Yeah.
He went to Villanova.
Him and R. Kelly also very similar. They like little kids.
Ooh, Samantha's on one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you another thing. I just fucking bummed. Imagine I just start going in on the Pope because I'm in a bad mood.
Before the Pope got elected, you were adamant about not wanting the American Pope.
Yeah. Because everybody was, I guess I must have read the wrong article, but someone said he was like super fucking conservative.
Who said that?
It was something I read because I was looking
Where'd you read that?
No, I looked it up.
Yeah.
Because I was remember when we talked about the Pope dying, I was like, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I wanted to know who it was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to know who I wanted it to be the Filipino guy.
Yeah.
But it ended up being whatever, the guy from America. And then he's not
Make no mistake, Samantha was like, everything, it's all ruined.
I went into a full, of course, this is the state of the world. And I was going into a whole thing. And then I was like, I just saw him and he had a little smile on his face. I'm like, the kid's cute.
He's a cute kid.
He's a cute kid.
Man, yeah.
And look at him, American.
Yeah.
Who didn't want this guy? I wanted him the whole time.
That's what it was. Life is a highway.
Yeah.
So you're all in on the new Pope?
I'm all in on the new Pope until he says something I don't like.
Yeah.
He did say ceasefire in Gaza.
There you go. There's a good start.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how he is during Pride Month.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's got a couple of weeks.
Was who's the Pope that just passed?
Pope Francis.
Was Pope Francis a big Pride guy?
No, I'm not. I'm just being funny about Pride.
Yeah.
But he was when people would be like, we should condemn these people. He's like, I think you should mind your business and not worry about what other people are doing.
Wasn't big on condemning them.
Yeah, and he was like, they're people and they're people of God. Like they're and that's never happened before.
Yeah.
So that was that I was hoping to have like the same thing, and the Filipino Pope was very big about that.
Yeah. Oh, well, then you got this Pope. We'll see what he does. You know what I mean? It's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be good because the kid's a Leo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When have you ever met a bad one of those?
Let me tell you something about Bob.
Yeah, tell me something about Bob.
I don't know, but I've been watching TikToks of his brothers.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Chicago guys.
Two brothers. One, I'm like, he must be a twin.
Yeah.
The Pope must be a twin. One of his brothers looks identical to him.
Yeah.
And then they were like, are you going to call him Pope? And he's like, I never called him father.
Yeah.
But he's
it just makes you happy to know the Pope is going home and getting his balls busted. I'm just pulling your leg.
This fucking guy, and I couldn't even fuck a woman. This guy gave his whole life away to a guy.
Kid's gay.
Yeah, kid's gay. Yeah. I don't even know the Chicago accent.
They're Italian. The Bears, Chicago, the Bears. I'm talking to the Pope, and I'm just doing Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah.
But Sebastian Maniscalco is a Chicago Italian, I think.
I think he is.
Yeah, the Pope fucking Bob.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
Bob
from the Bears. Bob the drag queen. Yeah, that's just what it is.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited about it. We'll see. But I was like so upset. And then I watched the whole thing, and he starts reading in whatever language, and I was a little upset because I'm like, he's American. Talk fucking English.
Talk fucking American.
He was doing it in another language, and it was live, so there wasn't any
no subbies,
no subtitles, and I just started tearing.
Yeah. For the new Pope?
Yeah, I just was like, wow. Not because I'm religious, but anytime I see someone like do like the coolest thing that is whatever they've chosen to do with their life, like the biggest thing for them, I was like, wow, this guy gave his life to something that he really believes in, and he's at the high. There, you can't get any higher. He's at the peak.
Yeah,
and he's just a kid from Chicago.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I see. That's how I felt when I saw Andrew Ginsberg on Kill Tony.
You understand? You have got to bleep that out.
That's funny. He jokes about it now.
Okay, does
I don't
he?
know if that's true. I joke about it.
You're like, I think he should be over it by now.
Well, he has to be.
I've seen his haircut. He's not. It's broken.
No,
he has no soul.
Yeah, he's a good guy though.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I really do like the kid.
He just looks like a mad scientist.
He's a good guy. He's an even better Bill Nye, the science guy. The kid, yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you're a comic and you listen to this podcast, just shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
We're having a little fun. We're talking a little light shit. We're
having a good time.
And I'm talking to you, Chris Scopo.
Yeah, Chris Scopo is in my DMs. He asked me if I wanted to get together to watch the Knicks game in the story, and I just didn't have the heart to tell him I got to do it in the house. I got to respond to him.
Oh, today?
Yeah. I just forgot to respond. He's a great guy, though. Shout out to Chrissy Scopes.
Yeah, I love Chris Scopo.
Chris Scopo, what a great name. It's a good baseball name.
Yeah, he's got a really cute dog.
Yeah, he's got a good pup.
Yeah. I think it's a bulldog.
Yeah.
Very cute baby.
Chrissy Scopes. That's good. That's what I would call him if we were in the dugout.
Yeah.
Scopes.
Yeah.
Chrissy.
Oh, yeah.
Scopes. Chrissy
Scopes, you're up.
Scopes. Yeah. Chrissy Scopes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chrissy Scopo's mother. Great guy. Great
Let me
boy.
tell you something about Chris Scopo's mother's meatballs. Yeah. Oh, fork tender.
Yeah. Good kid. Fun times. It's just what it is, man. Shout out to the new Pope. We'll keep update. We'll keep an eye on him.
From Scopo to the Popo.
Lilia. I mean, if I said that, you'd have my head. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Thank you.
Know.
I thought it was really good. I thought it was something that you would enjoy.
I did.
That was for you.
That was a blast. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. We're having a good time. Is there anything else that we want to talk about going on in the world? I don't even think so, man.
Well, it's on fucking fire. But anyway.
Yeah, it's what it is. But we're moving and grooving along. The Knicks play in a couple hours, so I'm keeping an eye on the clock. But we're moving. We're having a good time. We're gonna do a segment.
Yes.
That we haven't done in a while.
Yeah.
Because we've just moved away from it. We've been doing some other stuff, but it's about what you guys say.
Yeah.
Maybe things we've seen on the internet, things that we want to discuss, statements from other people, in our segment called "That's What They Say."
That's what they say, and I couldn't remember.
Do you know what we're doing today?
I know.
Do you ever know? Do you know what segments exist?
No, I forgot as you were doing it. I was like, "Fuck! What is the name of the segment?"
Jesus Christ!
We haven't done this segment, and it's got to be over 15 episodes.
But it's our podcast.
Oh yeah, I know, but I don't remember the name of the segment. I came up with the segment.
I know that.
Watch your fucking mouth when
you
you're
came up
talking
with
to
the segment.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You just try to respond. You try to say the segment the same way that my grandmother tries to call out one of her grandkids. She just cycles through every segment.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what they say. Put it in the that's what they say. Yeah. That's what you do.
That is what I do.
It is what it is. But we got a couple of suggestions from you guys, and we got a couple of things we saw on the internet that we're gonna go over.
Okay. So then we got one that says. Someone wrote us a confession that said, I could never finish during sex and girls get upset at me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
Mr. Big Dick, teach me your lessons.
Yeah, just tell us you're on SSRIs without telling us you're on SSRIs. It's just what it is. Those are depression pills. Yeah. Oh, I can't finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think that's a flex?
And you're also depressed. Yeah. So it's just what it is.
Yeah. You can't finish, and you haven't finished therapy either, Pop. You still got to unwork. You got to unwind what mommy did to you.
Yeah. I'm like, get out. I can't. Shut up.
Motherfuckers flexing not being able to come is crazy.
Yeah, because I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that we don't want you to ever come.
Yeah.
Just we don't want you to come in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But
that's what we should be flexing about.
What?
We should be bragging about how fast we can come. Because we want to have the fastest cars, you know what I'm saying? But God forbid we have the fastest penis, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's fun. That's some of my favorite sexes when I come immediately.
Yeah. This is another one of JC's things that he likes to do, and he likes to portray that he's bad at sex.
No, we do well. We have a good time in there. I feel like I do a good job, but sometimes it's harder than other times, and sometimes I can't fucking hold it.
Yeah, I think JC just wants to let the other guys down easy.
Yeah,
he doesn't want them to know
I'm a stallion.
Yeah,
I'm in there fucking.
The kid.
Am I in there dropping off dick?
Yeah, you're in there and you're just channeling Manuel Ferrara, whatever his name is. You understand?
You know what his name is.
No, I watch him.
You know what his OnlyFans tag is. You know what it is.
Imagine you just see like a charge on my phone.
Yeah, you think Cody Rhodes is my ass twin, and you think Manuel Ferrara is my penis twin. That's just not the case. That's
you understand? I couldn't tell you what his dick looked like.
Uncircled though.
Cool. I don't know what he looks like. I just know I looked it up, and I was like, oh, this is my baby's inspiration.
Yeah.
If it were okay to put posters up on the wall of like all of your idols,
100%, he'd be
he'd be one of them.
Yeah.
I watched it. I was like, I'm familiar with this game.
One thing about him, he talks to talk. He walks the walk a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
He talks to talk. He parlez-vous français. A bit.
You understand? A little bit.
A little bit French there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just another thing that you like to do.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It keeps guys comfortable.
Yeah, I let you do that for like a year of our relationship, and then I was like, "What is this bit you do?"
Yeah.
When you're like, "Man, I don't know what I'm doing in there. Couldn't tell bottom from top." You know what I mean? I'm just in there, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Gotta make the bros comfortable, man. Gotta make the bros feel like you're not a sexual threat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then it gets like combative energy. It's like, oh, you think you can fuck better than me, and then you gotta. It's weird, dude. Guys,
that's insane.
Hey, man, it's when guys don't think I'm good at sex, they're more comfortable.
One thing you love to do is just to make yourself a little bit tiny.
Yeah, just make myself small. Because people want to walk around, they want to wave their fucking dick around, and I just don't want to get into a contest.
No, but I feel like you do that with everything. You'll be like, I'm the brokest I've ever, and I'm like, yeah, you're fine.
I'm up there bombing. I don't want anybody to fucking perceive me like not that I don't want to be perceived as a threat, but people move around weird. Like, I don't want to get into a fucking, just like a fucking dick off.
Yeah.
Like, I'm killing hard. I don't want to do that.
Does that happen?
Yes, that's how guys are. That's why I'm the way that I am, because guys get fucking weird.
Oh.
You ever been in a green room at the stand?
Yeah, that's true.
When two guys are trying to fucking, oh, yeah, I was on the road.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just be like, no, I'm bombing. Tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Because it's easier, man. These guys are the fucking worst when they're in a competition,
true,
bro.
It's so strange.
You think, because when I hear you go, oh my God, Ben, I'm like, you think you know better than me? You don't. I'm in the trenches when they're not even trying to impress anybody but each other. You think that trying to impress women is annoying. Wait till you see them try to fucking stroke their own dick in front of each other. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't play these games, man.
Yeah, so that's why he's like, I don't know what.
I'm not gonna argue with anybody about anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just not trying to do it.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
it
I'd rather have a small penis, be bad at comedy, and be poor. It's just it makes it easier to navigate the scene.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you are. But it's just very funny.
It's just
the person that you play.
Yeah, and then I come home and then I'm honest, and that's fun to me. That's what's fun.
And then I come home and I just drop some dick off.
Yeah. And because, dude, what am I going to tell you about? That's weird. You know what I mean? It's none of y'all business.
Yeah.
It's just what it is, man.
So anyway.
But, what was the question?
Oh, the guy said that. The guy said he can't come.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a flex, Pop. You gotta go back to therapy.
Yeah, that's just a bizarre thing to do.
Yeah.
And then next one said, how would you tell your spouse you don't like their parents?
I would never have to say something like that. I love your parents.
That sounds like you're being fake.
No.
Oh, okay.
True.
No.
I want that on the record.
I want this on the record too. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I've not liked other people's parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say it.
I never met nobody's other parents.
Oh, that's right. That's
no, but I don't know what I would do.
I've not said it, but
Then what did you do?
You can't be like, I don't like your parent. That's crazy.
I know that sucks. I wish you could though.
No, but you can I guess, I don't know. When they're complaining about their mom, I guess, or just highlight it, or I don't know.
It's one of those tough things. It's I can't agree too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a very fine line. You can't. And it's very uncomfortable.
Oh, you fuck with your parents like that?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, my fault. I thought we was on the same wavelength.
I thought we both thought she was a stupid bitch.
Which is not the case.
Yeah. Because that's not what I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have in the past, and it just, for me, it was just well, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I don't know what I would do. I would just talk shit in my group chat. That's what I would do.
I mean, I did in my previous relationship when I was engaged, I really didn't me and his mom did not really get along.
Yeah.
And
was it no secret to her?
No, I was wonderful to her.
Oh, okay.
I'm not insane.
No, well, I know.
I was wonderful to her. She just, she thought she was her son's girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was super weird. And but then towards the end, after he did what he did to me, and we were he would mention it, and I'd be like, why don't you just go fuck your mom?
Yeah, go
I'm not even kidding.
And that's the thing that people say, go fuck your mother, and you actually meant that.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. Or he'd be like, I told my mom what happened.
Good.
And he's like, and she doesn't know why you're making such a big deal. I was like, okay, I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
And then just
him hitting the I told my mommy is crazy.
Yeah. And then I was like,
what did he think you were gonna say? Oh, damn, your mom?
No, I guess she he thought she was the pinnacle of what a woman was. So I think he thought if he tells me that, I'd be
thought
wow, really? But yeah.
I just, it's a crazy thing for him to think, but it's what it is.
It was a crazy thing. And then I got honest at the end, but it was over.
Yeah, it was over.
So I was like, I don't even need to fake this anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's tough. So for whoever out there doesn't like their mother, you gotta fucking swallow.
Yeah, leave your husband or wife.
Yeah.
I immediately was like, this could never work. I don't want to have to go over on like spend holidays with somebody I don't like.
It's a big deal, man. Shit.
You know what I mean? Like spend so much of my time with people I don't like.
Build a life around.
You know
what
I mean? I can't imagine.
Tough. Good thing we can't relate.
Can't relate.
What else we got?
Okay, we got another one. I hate my best friend's girlfriend. What do I do?
Oof. I don't think I've ever hated a friend's partner. I haven't been crazy about some of the partners, but like it's just not about me. You know what I mean? It's me. I mean, unfortunately, like over the course of my life, I put up a wall between myself and my friends' partners because like I want them to feel comfortable, but like I don't need to be your best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to coexist and have a good time together. But I'm never dealing with any friend in a capacity where it's like me or her, or like, yo, she's being a real fucking bitch. Like I that doesn't exist for me.
Yeah.
And you got it. It's not about you. You kind of got to hold your tongue, dude.
Well, I just feel like you can also not have boundaries, be cool, but like but I'm never. I don't know.
If you don't like their partner, like your best friends, if you hate them, it's not about you. You got to fucking.
Oh no, you just gotta shut your fucking mouth.
That's what the question was. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think I've ever felt that way, but like if I did, it's not about you. You keep your mouth quiet.
If I've not liked somebody, it's also like I'm so confident in my friends, and I'm like, oh, this is just a moment.
Yeah, I
know this person's not gonna last. There's just my friend's gonna come to her senses.
Yeah.
So like, all right, you like it, I love it until it's over. And then when you're sitting and we're crying at a dinner and a happy hour, and then I'm like, bitch, I hated that guy the whole fucking time.
Yeah, of course.
And that's just, and what you need to do though is be smart about when you say that.
Yeah.
It's got to be after like the fourth breakup.
Yeah.
When it's really over. You can't do it at the first. Don't ever make the mistake and tell your friend how you really feel and that they've only been broken up for 24 hours.
Yeah.
You just can't, you can't.
I mean, you can. You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to.
What you need to do, honestly, you just got to get a bigger friend group. And you got to diversify your best friends.
Yeah.
Because if this one's got a fucking dumb broad over there, they go over there with this one and they talk shit about them. And it's just what it is.
It is the best.
What you're going to have to do, you're going to have to create a side chat.
Yeah.
You're going to have to create a side chat.
Done, and I would love to know how many side chats there's been about like me and any of my previous partners.
I mean, I'm sure I've inspired because I get going. I fucking get going. I talk shit. I'm an antagonizer. Like I'll like.
No, I mean about like previous partners for me. I'm sure there was a couple of side chats of people being like,
"This bitch
guy
is wasting her life.
Yeah,
she's with a loser. What a loser she must be if she's with this guy." Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
same thing. And it's like and that's in my mind that is actually being thoughtful.
Yeah,
you have to let me run my course.
Well, also we've talked about this, but I honestly, it is actually not rude to talk behind someone's back. It's rude to say it to their face.
Yes.
No one wants to hear about themselves. Talk behind their back. Obviously, don't say horrible, malicious things behind their back. No. But like, get it off. Get it out.
But I think you say horrible, malicious things, not because you mean them, but because they need to be out of your body.
Yeah.
I can only walk around light if all the heavy is out in the universe.
Yeah.
That's how I operate. So like, when I watch The Valley and I see Zach like, oh my God, he said such terrible things. I'm like, well, he said it to his friend. And you're taking. He
thought he was in a safe space.
Yeah, truly. You know what I mean. You can't. Yeah, but you got it. No, if you don't like your best friend's partner, fucking keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah, keep it to yourself and get a partner and talk shit
and talk shit to somebody else about it, and then slowly drift away. Yeah. And that's just what it is. It's never going to be the same, and that's just what life is.
No, I can absolutely be around somebody I don't really like.
Oh, you can.
You can.
But maybe you can't. Maybe it's just going to be different forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just what it is.
I think those are the only ones we got.
No, we got a couple. I thought we got another one.
Oh, do we? Oh, yes. I need help convincing girls I'm straight.
Been there. Been there, and the girls are just Victor's mom.
Yeah.
and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. And this is the part of the show where we read our own submissions.
Yeah. Facts. Honestly, a good tip that I always do every once in a while. I dress up in full sports uniform, and that sends a message that maybe your words can't say.
Yeah. Or sometimes you'll just get deep into a story where you talk about how you used to just be like, "You ugly anyway" to girls, and I'm like, the kid is a straight guy.
Yeah, kid's a straight kid. You start talking about Patrick Ewing, and they go, "I think he likes women." Which is crazy because you're just talking about a dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta really start getting specific. Yeah. Start getting nerdy. Start talking. What else do straight guys definitely do?
Gaslight.
Yeah, get rude, get misogynist.
Yeah.
Start talking about how women deserve less.
Yeah.
And that'll put you like. So honestly, unironically, start talking about how much you hate women. You sound straight really fast. Truthfully.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I'd be like, girls that, and it's like, here we go. Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yeah. Females.
Yeah, female. Oh, you start calling women females, and you go, this guy is
straight.
This guy is closeted straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so straight that he's gay, but like, that's not that. You're not trying to convince women of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sue, you got to act so misogynist that women think it's a conspiracy that you're gay. Like, oh, he hates women so much it's giving gay.
Yeah.
That's how you convince them that you're straight.
Yeah, you got to be Andrew Tate.
Yeah, you got to Tate it up.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Absolutely.
Last one, I saw something. No, you saw something on Twitter that said, "Is it disrespectful to have sex and like to be a guest in somebody else's house and have sex there?"
Okay, so here's my thought. It's only rude if you're like sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
If you're giving me a room with a bed, and a door, and that door can be locked,
and I'm in there with my person, it's getting fucked in.
I'm getting my dick wet.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's disrespectful to go to somebody's house. To go to somebody's house as a guest with your significant other and not have sex there.
Yeah. Well, because
it's like, oh, what do you think? My house is ugly? No, we have a guest room.
But it's also like, as a host, wouldn't you be like, I want my guests to feel so comfortable that they have an orgasm? Yeah.
I would like them to let me know so I could wash the sheets. In theory, I truly don't even give a shit about that.
Usually if you have guests and they leave,
you're gonna wash the sheets anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would feel disrespected if I opened my home to somebody who wasn't fucking their person in there.
Yeah. I feel the same way. I
think you have to be quiet about it. I think you have to have a little shame.
Well, yes, you have to obviously be quiet. That's the hot part. Yes. Is that, oh my God, they might hear. Oh my God, they might hear us. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for me, it's like anyone who says otherwise, I don't want those kind of people in my circle.
For real.
Like, what the fuck? Why are you trying to control everybody else's life?
That's also giving like, oh, don't wear your outside clothes on my inside couch. Like, shut the fuck up.
On the couch is crazy.
Well, coming like if you come into my house,
people don't let people sit on their couch.
Yes, people do that.
I know that on their beds. I didn't know that on their couch.
People like, oh, you got your not with your outside clothes, man, motherfucker. If you come from outside, like that's how you know. Yeah,
I know.
You know.
I know.
You know. I think we all know.
We all know.
Yeah. I fucking hate that discourse. Yeah. But what are you going to do? I don't think it's disrespectful. I think it's respectful. I think you're also grown people. What are you going to not have sex?
Yeah. I just don't even know why I would care.
You wouldn't. Normal people wouldn't.
The only time I would care is if like someone was really crashing on our couch.
Yeah, that's true.
And I walked out and was like, bro, are you kidding me? Like because in a room, if the door is closed, I'm never going to open a door on
walk in on.
But if you're on my couch, like now I can't walk around my house because you are fucking on my couch. Like I'd be pissed.
That's different. Yeah. But if you got a guest room, it's all.
Yeah. I'm not trying to see anybody have sex.
Yeah. Last thing, you mentioned a couple things. We started it early, had a couple people walk in.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's late. Now it's a full blown. The DJ's spinning. We got drinks going, and it's a time for a little premise party.
Premise party.
And Samantha's fucking
No, I didn't
DJing.
know when you were gonna. I didn't know when you were gonna say premise party.
Oh no, that was. I usually don't. We don't do that one at the same time.
All right.
What do you got for the premise party this week?
All right. Okay, I have a premise about how being with you is very funny because it's the first healthy relationship I've been in, and it's so healthy that you do toxic people things healthily.
Yeah?
Like you will be watching a sport and be like, no, fuck him, he fucking sucks. No, he's actually really good. He actually does really. He usually plays way better than this, honestly. And I'm like, it's so funny because you'll be so upset and then immediately just be like, I'm wildin'. Like it's actually yeah. And it's he's actually really great, and I would love it if he's on our team. But
100%.
And it's just really, it's the funniest thing because you still do those toxic things. Yeah, you just.
I
give me a little sidebar.
I need a palate cleanse after that because I do feel bad. Yeah. You can't just rip people apart with unless I'm joking or I genuinely don't like them. Like I'm gonna be like, nah, they're great.
Yeah.
No, he's good at bad. He's like, yo, this guy fucking sucks. He's just having a bad game.
He's just having a bad game. He's actually really great.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel bad for pitchers that get taken out against the Yankees because they're getting smoked. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Sorry, guy. But any other day. Any other day, yeah. I definitely get like that. I feel like I do that with reality TV too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For everybody except for Lala Kent. I really don't like Lala Kent. Everybody else will be like, obviously, I know it's not the same, but like,
Yeah, you do. Well, I've told you that you watch reality TV the way that you watch sports.
Yeah.
You like get up and you're like, but why is she like?
Yeah,
you do it like you're watching sports, and you're like, but of course, I wasn't in the situation. I'm sure it's different with the cameras around. I get it.
Yeah.
And it's so.
I do extend grace.
You do.
I think honestly, that's my problem. That's why sometimes I get into trouble because like that's when I'll free myself to be like, oh, she's ugly, and you're like, well, you can't say that. I'm like, I don't mean any malice by it. I just think she doesn't look good. And that's not a reflection of anything other than my personal preference.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a crazy thing to say, but then you also can't just say that.
You can't just say that.
You can't say that.
Yeah.
It's just something that you can't say. But yeah, I guess, yeah. So I'm healthily toxic.
You're healthily toxic.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Let me see if I got anything for you. I think the only thing that I had for this premise party, and it was inspired by the Met Gala, is that I think good art makes people lie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they
anything
pretend they like it.
They pretend that they know about it.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So like Sinners comes out. It's a great movie, probably the best movie of the year. And now all of a sudden everybody knows about black Southern voodoo lore.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows. That's a mojo bag. I can tell who doesn't have black grandparents because y'all don't know what a mojo bag is. And nobody does. and my toxic trait is that I think everybody is walking around with the same knowledge that I have and things that I don't know. I don't think anybody else knows.
Yeah.
But people will just make it seem like they already knew something when it becomes popular, and it makes me want to nuke the country.
Yeah, it really does. And
so like, oh, y'all, if you guys thought Sabrina Carpenter's outfit was cute, you really don't know Black Dandyism. I'm like, you don't know Black Dandyism because nobody knew what it was. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it. Dapper Dan knew what it was because that's the thing that he does every day. But you don't.
Yeah.
You're not dapper, and I think good art, when it's really good and cool, it makes people lie.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is just what social media is now.
100%.
And it's just everybody pretending that they know. You know, like, oh, you didn't know that. I've seen people be like,
"Dog,
what does this mean?" And they're like, "Wow, if you have to ask."
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't know what it is.
You don't have to ask because you saw the tweet because you Googled it faster. That's all it is. I hate it, and it's every culture does that.
Yeah,
it drives me.
It does. It does drive me
dude.
insane.
Even everything. Oh man, like when I'm trying to think. Or like when WizKid first became, or like the song with I don't know. When Thames and WizKid, like when Afrobeat started to become a thing, and then like we're learning more about it, it was like, oh, y'all are just getting to Afrobeats. We don't want you here. It's like, you're just getting to Afrobeats because Afrobeats just fucking got here in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Sorry that I just don't believe you because you're lying.
Yeah.
You're lying to make it look a certain way, and that's how I know the music is really good. Because you want to seem like you're in on the ground level.
Well,
I think it's so fucking pathetic.
that's that whole culture of like, everybody does that. Like, you're like, oh, I love... I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Thames.
Yeah.
Oh, you just found out about Thames? Oh, I've been known about Thames.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Oh.
Or it's
wow,
like when,
I liked her like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, or like when Bad Bunny does like a very specific type of folk music from deep in Puerto Rico. It's like, oh man, if you're really Puerto Rican, you would have been known. I'm like, no. Just no. Just no.
It's the whole idea that everyone has the same
It's a
experience.
monolith. Yeah.
And it's like, that's
people
not...
they don't want anybody to be a monolith. Everybody's different. But when you communicate that you're learning about something, how the fuck didn't you know this already? Kill you. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. But that's how you know the art's good. Is when you're making people act like they were rocking the whole time, and with this, when people are acting like they know where you're coming from, you're really onto some shit.
Yeah.
I hate when people do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, they did that with camp. That was the first time.
Yeah.
When the thing was camp, and everybody's like, wow, you don't know what camp is? Baby, nobody knows what that is. I would have came there in like a Boy Scout thing. You know, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when people start doing that, that's how you know you got a hit on your hands because you got unsufferable people.
Yeah,
trying to break it down. That's it. That's all I got.
That's
you
the
got
only
anything
one you
else,
have?
baby?
Yeah, I have one too.
Ooh, let's go.
Where I said, you know, you're over somebody when they're talking shit about their ex, and you're like.
You start taking their side?
You start like arguing their side to them. Like, well, maybe she felt that way.
Yeah.
And you start doing that. And that has happened to me. I was thinking about the other day.
Really?
Yeah. That happened when someone's bringing something up and I'm like, and how is that? How is she wrong?
Yeah.
And now I've taken on her stuff and I'm like, not you calling my girl that I don't know.
Yeah. Don't talk about my Eskimo sister that way. Yeah. That's so funny because at the beginning of your relationship, like, you know, you're talking to each other about things you've been through, things that people you've been with have done that you didn't like. And you're like, oh, that's crazy. I would never do that.
Yeah.
I think that's so wild. I don't like that either. And then you get about 7 years in.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, my fucking, something from my ex came up and she's always fucking talking. I fucking hated this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know, you talk a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you don't talk to her enough. And when she has a moment, she doesn't. Yeah, you just start literally, now you're like, I get it. I see you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the truth of the matter, if you're in a relationship and you're playing devil's advocate, you hate your partner. I said what I said. It's just the truth. Nobody in a healthy relationship is playing devil's advocate because you're on the same page talking shit about whoever. You're kikiing when you're on the same page. Devil's advocate is because you fucking hate your partner and you want them to feel stupid and you don't want them to have a safe space to be honest.
Yeah, it's so true. Like it's 100% true. I don't want to hear you be like, yeah, but
well, you got to consider where they're coming from.
And it's like,
well, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And if you think me taking where they're coming from is more important than me getting it off, you hate me.
You hate me.
Yeah.
And the only time that's only in the beginning. Like if you bring something up in the moment or whatever, but like come to me later when I've cooled down, if I'm mad about something, and then be like, maybe you want to have like a more rational conversation with this person. But when I'm fucking telling you about somebody, I don't want to hear you be like, you know what? She kind of got a point.
Yeah. If you're ever getting something off and I am like, well, maybe it's because I'm in a mood with you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you did, and you probably didn't even do nothing. I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
The thing with you is you've never done that because you didn't want to lose your life.
Yeah, exactly.
You've never, if I'm talking about somebody, you're not being like, well, what about?
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
I need my girly pop now.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if your partner's playing devil's advocate, they fucking hate you.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth.
And that's just the truth.
That's just the truth. They want to see you sad.
Yeah.
They are building weapons to be used against you. They're building weapons for your destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't play that shit. Don't devil's advocate me when I'm in a fucking mood. Get on my team.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. But that's like for me, it's like a telltale
you know
sign.
It's going
Telltale sign.
Yeah.
When I'm just like, well, maybe she did that because maybe if you would clean up a little after yourself.
Yeah.
Once she wouldn't have to have fucking nagged you.
Yeah. Once you start empathizing with this bitch at work, you got to wrap it up. You're getting the light. You got to go.
Yeah.
You got 2 minutes left. It's just the truth. It's just what it is, and what it was another great episode of Softies.
It was.
Everybody, we did it again. Thank you guys so much for listening. You want to do our closing announcements today?
No,
and then I'll run into them, guys. We got this Sunday. We're at New York Comedy Club on 4th Street, 518. Our In Rhythm comedy show. Samantha and I will be there doing stand-up. We have a great lineup. The link to that is in our bio. If you use promo code Boogie, you can get $15 tickets, I believe. I think that's $10 off. Either way, come see us do stand-up at New York Comedy Club on Sunday. And then this is going to be our second to last episode before we go to DR.
Yes.
Going to go to DR for my dad and Maria's wedding soon. That's going to be a lot of fucking fun.
Yes.
That's not even a plug, but we're just going to do it.
We're just going to be in DR. And maybe we'll do, we said that last time we went to PR, we didn't. Maybe we should do like a little vlog.
We'll try to get a vlog.
We'll do a little vlog.
Or a little Aruba episode. You know what I mean?
Oh, maybe something like that.
Try to get something out. We'll figure it out. But other than that, just fucking keep engaging with our content. We got a lot of great comments on our last episode. Thank you, everybody who commented. Fucking comment, even if it's an emoji, whatever it is. Just say something, interact with our content. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are the fucking best. I've been JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
And we'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Peace. Go Knicks!